Race 2, Sunday of the 2019 season of the DTM. Philipp Eng gets away well. Marco Wittmann really bogs down. Bruno Spengler gets tugged between Timo Glock and Robin Freins, who also had a torrid start as the cars round turn number 1 and head towards turn number 2. Philipp Eng and Nico Müller making haste their escape. As you can see, everyone jostling for position behind. And there were 3 abreast at one point, with Sheldon van der Linde on the outside getting squeezed in his BMW. And unfortunately for Mike Rockefeller, a problem with the number 99 car meant that he would retire. Loic Duval found himself in the gravel, and he would be going no further from there. As you can see, into the Sachs turn, locked up, carried straight on in the gravel, and that would bring out the safety car. Now, that was a decisive moment in the race because Paul di Resta, as you can see, came in for fresh tyres. So too did René Rast as Loic Duval walked away. Now, this would prove to be monumental in terms of strategy. Indy-style restart then. As you can see, René Rast just gets to the back of the restart, and then his overtaking quest would commence. Nico Müller then getting the better of Philipp Eng right at the restart. One of the fantastic features of DTM is the Indy-style restart, where the cars go side by side. And Philipp Eng then managing just to put himself ahead once again of Nico Müller. Big lock-up from Joel Eriksson played into the hands of René Rast as he continued his quest up the order. And here onto the Parabolica, René Rast on the inside getting squeezed onto the grass, but just manages to hold on and put himself ahead of the Joel Eriksson car. Of course, René Rast taking what was effectively an additional pit stop, but he was on fresher rubber than anybody else. Nico Müller, well, he went wide, but Marco Wittmann got tagged and Marco Wittmann got turned around. And here we can see René Rast then continuing his overtakes. And I didn't count the number of overtakes during the course of the race, but it was a lot. René Rast now on the back of this car, we can see in replay, really was the king of the late breakers going into the hairpin, but made it work and was able to have the traction and momentum. Paul di Resta, of course, also on fresher tyres, was another one in the Aston Martin Vantage DTM, who was making a great time of it and taking advantage of rolling the dice to go in for an additional set of tyres, and he put himself ahead of Timo Glock. So 2 former Formula 1 stars together there in DTM. So Paul di Resta at one point was leading the race. And here comes René Rast then in car number 33. What a star he's been when you consider where he started on the grid way back in P16. Found himself in P2. Big thumbs up from Dr. Andy Palmer then from Aston Martin as Paul di Resta came in for fresh tyres and came out of the pit lane. Now, bear in mind, no tyre warmers are allowed, so the tyres are cold and have to be brought up to temperature and are susceptible to lockups, as you could see as Jake Dennis went by in a sister car. But René Rast did all the hard work, and it was a combination of not only his driving, but the strategy call that they made. He was advantaged by the safety car, there's no question about that, but René Rast still had to deliver on the track, and once again, Audi were the winners.